Eureka, Grade 2, Module 3, Lesson 13. Read and write numbers within 1000 after modeling with place value discs. Welcome back. I'm glad you're here for another math lesson. We have been talking about place value. And today, I have a very special activity for you to do. I'm going to need your help. I'm going to be drawing numbers on the place value chart using our place value discs. I will be asking you important questions and I want you to respond out loud. I'm going to show you some special cues that you will need to watch for. Cues are signs or signals that tell you when you need to respond. Here are your special cues. Are you ready? When I stand like this, that means it's time for you to think. You will think about the question I asked you. You won't respond out loud yet. You're just thinking, counting, and processing. When I stand like this, that means I'm ready for your answer, and I want you to say it out loud. You can check because I'll also say the answer. Then you'll know if your answer is correct. Are you ready? Do you think you remember the cues? Okay, here we go. I just drew this large place value chart. This is going to help us today as we draw numbers using place value discs. I'm going to draw a number. I want you to count out loud with me as I draw each of the place value discs in our place value chart. We're going to do this one together out loud. So make sure you're counting along with me. Here we go. 100, 200, 300, 310, 320, 321, 322. There's our first cue. Remember, when I stand like this, it's time for you to think about an important question. Here's your question. What is the value of the number on my place value chart? We just drew a number using our place value discs. I want you to tell me the total value of the number I drew. That means the total value of all of the discs together. Think, think, think. We just counted it out loud together. Do you remember the value? If you do, great. As soon as you see my next cue or signal, I want you to say it out loud. Remember, when I point with my pointer stick, that's when you respond. Right now we're thinking, what is the value of the number on my place value chart? If you don't remember, pause the video and recount the total of the place value discs. Then press play, and when you see me point, I want you to say it out loud. Are you ready? If you said 322, you're correct. That's the value of the number on the place value chart. 100, 200, 300, 310, 320, 321, 322. Great! You're going to do just fine. Let's do some more. This time I'm going to draw the discs, but I'm not going to count out loud with you. I want you to count them as I draw them. Then follow my cues. Watch for them. You will know when you are supposed to think and when I want you to say the answer out loud. Here we go. I'm going to start drawing. Remember, count along in your head so that you will know the total value of the number I'm going to represent on the place value chart. Here we go. Time to think. What is the value of the number on my place value chart? Don't say it out loud yet. Wait till I point. If you need more time, you can always pause the video. Ready? What number did you say? Did you say 103? If you did, you were correct. 100, 101, 102, 103. We write 103 with the digits 1, 0, 3. 100, 0 tens, 3 ones, 103. Good work. Let's do another one. Here we go. Remember, I'm not counting along with you. but I want you to count in your head as I draw the place value discs. Then watch for my cues so you'll know when to respond. Okay, there's your first cue. Time to think. What is the value of the number on my place value chart? If you need more time, go ahead and pause the video. If you were counting along as I were drawing them, then you probably know. Watch for the next signal, the point, and I want you to respond out loud. What is the value of the number on my place value chart? If you said 281, you're correct. 100, 200, 210, 220, 230, 240, 250, 260, 270, 280, 281. Good work! You may have noticed that I'm drawing my place value discs in an organized way. I'm keeping all of my 100 place value discs over here on the left side of the place value chart. I'm keeping all of my 10 place value discs in the center and all of my 1 place value discs on the right-hand side of the place value chart. I'm also drawing my place value discs the 10 frame way. So I make one column of 5 before I begin the next column of 5. This helps us to know how many we have. Let's do another one. Remember, count along in your head. Watch for the signals so you know when to respond. Okay, time to think. What is the value of the number on my place value chart? If you said 129, you're correct. I have 100, represented by the 1, 2 tens, represented with the 2, and 9 ones, represented by the number 9 in the number 129. Here's another one. You're doing great. Count along in your head as I draw the place value discs and watch for the signal to respond. Hmm, time to think. What is the value of the number on my place value chart? If you said 710, you're correct. I have 7 groups of 100 and 1 group of 10. 710. You may have just known this when you saw all of the discs on the place value chart. Because we're drawing in an organized way, it's easy to see how many we have and how many more we need to get to 10. Maybe you noticed there were 7 right away because they were drawn the 10 frame way, and you knew 7 groups of 100 is 700. Then you could just count on one extra group of 10, 710. You are doing great. Try another one. Remember, you can count along in your head as I draw them. Watch for the signals so you know when to respond. Time to think. What is the value of the number on my place value chart? When I point, I want you to say it out loud. Did you say 807? Good work. Pat yourself on the back. There are 8 groups of 100 and 7 ones. 807. You are awesome. Try one more. Here we go. time to think. What is the value of the number on my place value chart? If you need more time, go ahead and pause the video. When I point, I want you to tell me the answer out loud. What's the value of the number on my place value chart? Did you say 564? If you did, you're correct. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups of 100. 500. There are 6 groups of 10, 60, and 4 ones, 564. You did great. What were the things that made it easier for us to know the value of the number on the place value chart? Well, first, our place value discs, we drew them well and we labeled them. That helps us to represent numbers easily, and then we'll know the value. Also, we used a place value chart. Keeping our place value discs organized in a place value chart is very helpful. We organize them by unit or value. Here's 100, 10, and 1. All of our discs with the value of 100 were put here, together. All of our discs with the value of 10 were put here in the center, together. And all of our discs with the value of 1 were put here on the right-hand side of the place value chart, all together. It kept it organized. Then we could quickly look and see how many of each unit or value we had. And last but not least, we drew all of our place value discs the 10 frame way. This kept our discs even more organized within the place value chart. Once we got to a column of 5, we went next to it and drew another column of 5. Remember, once you have 10 of one unit, you can trade it for 1 of the next largest unit. So drawing the 10 frame way helps you to keep all of your place value discs organized. That way you'll know when you have 10, you can trade it for 1 of the next largest units. You did great today. I'm so glad you came for another math lesson. Now it's time for you to practice drawing place value discs on Seesaw. Head over to Seesaw and you'll get a chance to practice on your own now. If you would like to watch this math video again, you can. Maybe you want to practice counting up the place value discs and recognizing the value of the number. That's no problem at all. Just rewatch the video and you can get some extra practice. Thanks for coming. I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye!